Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NASCAR Amino iRacing Cup Series here at the Michigan International Speedway as we inch closer to those playoffs. It should be a fun race today. I am joined in the booth by Cater Johns. Hi, Cater. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Eating my steak with gravy in the booth and some Oreo thins. Extra stuff thins, though, I must clarify.
That's some good stuff. Well, before we head to qualifying, it should be a fun race here. Big track, a lot of fun. What do you expect?
Well, tell you what, I'm expecting a very uncharacteristic Michigan race today. I feel like usually these bigger tracks are a bit more orderly, but I feel like there's going to be some high aggression here as we get closer to the end of the season.
Well, you can see right there, Elon Solberg put it on pole today, his first career pole. Cater, go ahead and take us around.
Yeah, sure. So you see, he sweeps up high around the wall, and he's going to take about a lane off from the apron, which is very interesting. But that appears to be the line that has been more dominant in trying to get faster lap times here at Michigan this weekend. He's got that great straightaway speed. 41's very fast. Question is, will he handle well in the race? But all we know is that in qualifying, is he once again maybe a lane and a half up from the apron through 3 and 4. He's got those lines down in qualifying, and he's looking really fast in that Jimmy John's number 41, Elon Solberg, as he took the pole right there.
What a lap it was for Elon, but let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for today. Cars are lined up on pit road, but let's go ahead and get the command.
Drivers, start your engine! Engines can be ready.
Cars rolling off, ready to get this race underway, but let's go ahead down to pit road and get some late breaking stories.
I think Elon Solberg shocked himself as much as he shocked us at that lap. As we roll closer to the playoffs, these are the kinds of runs this team needs. He says the cars are rocky shit, and they will have a great piece for this race. Another driver who was really pleased with his qualifying was Kyler Sustrad. I talked to him yesterday, and he said the whole 99 team is just out of sync. As the week's been going, the team is starting to put things together, and he's really excited for this race and hoping for the best.
Thank you very much down there on pit road. Here's the quick race analysis for today. 67 laps, fuel windows between 20 and 25 laps, and Lucy Fife won it in practice. So we have basically half a corner here. Cater, who do you think's gonna win this one today?
Well, it's funny you asked that. I actually got my eye on. No, I've said Jordan Fox too many times. I got to switch it up. We're gonna go with Caden Bishop. I don't know where the hell he is, but he's somewhere in this field, and I feel like it's gonna be someone coming from the back.
All right, I like that prediction. Pace car hooks a left onto pit road. Here they come. It's in the hands of Elon Solberg and Justin Ricci. Here they come to the restart zone, and the green flag is out. We're underway at Michigan.
I apologize, as I mentioned, I am eating in the booth again, but 3 wide already for 4th place.
Yeah, don't worry, that's needed. But it's welcome in the booth. We all love to eat in the booth. I do that myself sometimes. But here they come off a turn 2, side by side. Ricci with the momentum on the high side. He is going to clear Elon, take the lead away. The 3, almost 4 wide back there for about 5th place.
Oh, man. Oh, Ethan O'Connor with a massive...
Oh, hard hit. Into the wall goes Ethan O'Connor. And it looks like Quinn Yeager and Tree Leclerc also involved in that one as a caution flies immediately.
It's hard to tell what happened there. I mean, you saw, totally unrelated to the accident, Carter Jones was all the way up against the safety barrier, and then Ethan O'Connor had issues of his own, and there's my race-winning pick.
Oh
Rest in
well.
peace.
Oh no. Oh goodness, what are they doing there? Why they just stop?
Oh my goodness.
They can't get around Paul Donlin, and Paul's gone. All right. So yeah, that happened.
That did happen. I need to see a replay of that. That was really interesting looking.
Well, we'll take a look right before we get to the replay. Pit road is open this time by, so we'll see if anybody elects to pit this early. I really don't see a reason why, unless you were maybe involved in that wreck, I guess. I don't really see a need to pit here, but yeah, what an interesting start to this one, I say.
I'd have to agree. I anticipated these drivers would be more aggressive, and we'll have to see if that's what led to it, as these cars are planning on staying out, it looks like.
Yeah, majority of the top half of the field decide to stay out here. Doesn't look like anybody up front. Those guys from that wreck got in the stack up, catching their way. There's Anthony Sasso on the apron off the pace. Looks like he'll probably bring it to pit road most likely for damage repair, whatever he was involved in that wreck. But here's the replay. Let's see what happened down with Ethan O'Connor down the back street.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So these guys, as I'm chopping on an Oreo, inconvenient timing, but 3 wide is at Marinelli, Grider, and Jones. Then Jones slides high, but look at O'Connor. Oh, contact with Falconer, tries to get back in line. Oh. Man, that's Paul Donlin. At least about 6 cars involved as a result.
You know, I got to point out, that's probably got to be one of the more big impacts we've seen with this new car. You can see they can take a hit, but I'm sure internally that car is probably all messed up. Oh, right there. Look at the contact slightly with Paul Donlin. He came right down into Paul Donlin, who also slammed the wall really hard. And big hit for Ethan O'Connor there. I imagine that's not going to go very well for damage repair. Let's take a look at some onboards. He was on board with 28.
You really get a magnitude of how hard and severe this hit was as he tried merging back with the pack. Oh my goodness, so many spins. You can just feel the force of that impact.
And you know, this is the final race with Pokemon on the hood of the 28 car, so rough way for that sponsor to go out. Here's on board with Cade Bishop. You see the wreck just pulling in front of him. Oh, almost narrowly missed that, but just got clipped and hit the wall. I'd say pretty good on the right side. Here's on board with Sasso now.
See, a lot of these guys that were high in this wreck getting swept up in it, but Sasso, oh yeah, he also did. He got clipped.
He kind of got spun late in that. See, look at the big stack up. He's sliding up, makes contact already.
Oh,
and then it looked like Tree came down and hit him there as well.
Looks like it should be repairable, though. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we're going to head to break already here. You know, Fox Sports moment. We're going to head to commercial early after an incident involving Ethan O'Connor. Contact. Hits Paul Donlin, slams into the wall, goes to 28, the 37 to the 26. We're going to head to break, and we'll be right back for the restart.
Boy, I just can't wait to eat this turkey bacon guacamole spinach wrap from Subway. Although it sounds like the most disgusting thing on the planet, it is the best thing on the planet. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Michigan. We are getting ready to go back green here on the restart after a pretty big hit involving Ethan O'Connor. I'm pretty sure we're getting word that the 37, the 7, and the 28 have called it a day.
Which is unfortunate. Those are guys that you expect to be contenders for the win, all 3 of them, but they're going to be out early on here. And now it's going to be between the rest of the field. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and here they come to the restart. Green flag is back out. Ricci, the leader. Solberg in second. Ricci, not the greatest restart, but it looks like he's going to edge ahead slightly. It looks like Kyler Sustry tried to go 3 wide there, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, up high. It's Solberg. He's going to dip down low in the wake of Ricci. Maybe try the crossover, but it doesn't look like he has the run to match Justin. Oh, we have a car in the wall in the back. Not sure who that is.
It looks like that was Lindsay Dietz that got into the wall there. No caution. Interesting call here. She keeps it up to speed here, it looks like.
Oh, got some more smoke, though.
Still no yellow,
Not
but a
sure
lot of
what that
cars.
was.
I don't know. Well, no yellow here. So it looks like Lindsay's going to bring it to pit road here. Interesting to not bring out a yellow, but we keep it racing. I guess we don't want consecutive yellows just like that.
Yeah, keep it racing with 62 to go. Oh, still car. We have a lot of cars going high in this race. I'm not sure if the track is dirty or what, but these guys are sliding really high. If you're on that 3rd or 4th line up high, they've almost been hitting the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to, I guess, get rubber up in that outside lane. Maybe they'll try to run it later because I'm sure the sun will go down a little bit later. Maybe have a little bit more grip. But right now, it looks like a lot of those cars migrating around where Elon ran in qualifying, around that half a lane up, 1 lane up or so.
Side draft from Jordan Fox on the outside of. Oh God, who is that? Oh, that's the Baskin Robbins car, Kyler Sustry.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and they get a bit close right there. Thanks at turn 2.
Okay, you know what? Before we highlight or before we go on, I think we gotta give props right now to Solberg, Fox, and Sustry because up to this point their seasons really haven't been, I don't know what, remarkable maybe, I guess you can say. It's not what they've wanted up to this point, but we're getting closer to these playoffs, and these are guys who need these kind of runs right now. And if they can stay here, this is going to be exactly what they need heading as we get closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. These are some guys that have had to endure some growing pains here in the NAICS, and I feel like they're finally getting their footing and getting the runs they need.
And speaking of the playoffs, you know, with Caden Bishop, Paul Donlin, and Ethan O'Connor out, they're not safe in the playoffs either. So this is going to make some more drama. And even look at back here, Kylie Greider, Don Falconer, they're also drivers who need these kind of runs. And oh my goodness, they almost wrecked as I said that.
Yeah, near running with Greider and Sustry there. You always clench whenever they're going through 3 and 4 and one car's drifting up into the other because they're supposed to be turning left. And they're both turning left. It's going to be a small chance that they keep it off each other, but they managed to keep it off right there.
Side by side, Lucy Fife on the inside of Kylie Greider for 4th place, trying to clear her for the position. Looks like Lucy's going to have the slight edge, and she's going to take the position over Kylie in the top 5. And now with that, Sustry and Carter Jones getting a little bit of a run trying to get into this top 5.
Up front again, it's Ricci leading Solberg by about 5-6 car lengths. Come to 58 to go. Still a long distance to go in this Michigan Speedway race. International Speedway, sorry.
Remember, these are bonus points for Ricci leading a lap. As long as you can lead a lap, that's a bonus point. And Elon wants to lead a lap, I'm sure. I don't believe he's led a lap yet today, but 1 extra bonus point could mean the world.
And it's a very cliche thing to say. But I mean, in reality, think about how many situations we've had in any series, really, where it does, in fact, come down to 1 or 2 points. These are moments within a season that really define those situations from happening or not.
And here comes Solberg to the inside of Ricci. He's looking to make a move. It'll be interesting to see if he can make this bottom lane work here to complete the pass. He's going to send it on the inside. He's going to try a slide job. Not quite going to work there as they're going to go side by side down the backstretch.
Well, this is reassuring for Solberg fans to see. I mean, we were questioning if he was going to be able to contend, if this was just a raw speed car, or if it was going to handle well as well. And look at that. The proof is in the pudding. And he gets around on that inside line around Justin Ricci and takes the top spot.
And with that, like we said, there's a bonus point right there for leading that lap here. Now, if he wants, he can try to get another 2 bonus points if he can get the fastest lap. or just lead the rest of the way and lead the most laps. You never know. But
Oh,
Ricci's
yeah.
putting up a fight here, trying to take that lead away here, but it looks like he just does not have the grip to get on the inside beneath the 41 car, try to take that lead away.
Justin Ricci has a lot more experience than Solberg, so Ricci's going to try to apply that pressure and spook that Solberg kid out of the lead, but it looks as though that he's pulling away.
And with that, Jordan Fox is trying to slowly close the gap in on Ricci to take second place there. There's Carter Jones getting around Kylie for third place. They're going to be side by side behind. That's Kylie, Lucy, Kyler, and Zach Stern now. Four-way battle there, down for about fifth place.
I'm very. Oh man! So Sustry has been in several situations like that. He almost slides up into the competitor to the outside of him. Something's got to change there, or else he's going to be the next cause of the accident that might happen here coming up.
Here comes Lucy now, trying to get the little bit of a draft on the 62 Carter Jones there. As up front, Jordan Fox has closed in on the 12 car. Solberg trying to put a little bit of a gap now. On for the lead here, but here comes that 60 car trying to take second place now.
And right now, things calming down a little bit. Got a lot of single file. First battle is Lucy Fife looking on the inside of Jones there, but I don't think that's going to happen quite yet. No, I'm just kidding. He's right there. She's right there for fourth. But back behind them, there is some more double file action from seventh on back.
Fox trying to get that draft a little bit. Lucy's going to send it into turn 3. Clear Carter Jones there for fourth place. And Sustry with a giant run there. Jones slid up the track, lost a lot of momentum, as now he's going to be side by side with Sustry for fifth place, but it looks like he's going to clear the 90th.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see who's coming and who's going in this race so far. Particularly Solberg, I thought he was going to go back. He'd fallen back to second, maybe third, but then he surged back ahead. And now it's him and Ricci, but it looks like third and fourth are closing right on up. So we'll see if these guys can maybe have a taste of the lead.
Here comes Ricci trying to take the lead back away from the 41 of Solberg to the inside. They're going to, oh my goodness, be super loose there off of turn number 4. But it looks like the 41's got the run off of 4, and he's going to clear Ricci back for the lead, as now they're going to be side by side for third. Here comes Lucy to the inside of Jordan for third.
And right now, Ricci follows the wake of Solberg. Lucy's going to get that third spot. Maybe. Nope, not quite. It's going to be a battle down the backstretch. Meanwhile, back for sixth place, it's Stern on the inside, taking a spot away, as Solberg continues to lead Ricci and Fox, as well as Fife and Jones.
Lucy looking to the inside now. The 60 for third place again. My goodness, these cars just look super loose mid and exit of the corners. As Ricci now is going to peek back to the inside for the lead. Lucy trying to get that draft and trying to take it back, trying to take that third spot away.
I think Lucy had the potential to battle for the lead entering turn 1, but she got side drafted hard by Jordan Fox on the outside line, and now these cars are under a blanket. This could get ugly fast. These cars are getting really loose and really close to each other for the top spot.
And now with that, that allows Solberg to clear and take the lead, as now it's a 5-car battle here.
Watch out right here. Watch out. That's a very vulnerable spot for Ricci.
Oh, look at Lucy all the way on the apron down there. Stern tried to follow, and now they're going to be 3 wide for third.
I didn't know you could just drive a car like that. And they're touching, maybe. Oh yeah, they're definitely touching. But they keep it straight.
Oh, my God. Oh, here goes Ricci. He's going to send it to the inside clear.
Oh!
Look at Kyler. Oh, but he was smart enough. He hit the brakes, backed out of that. And now here comes Carter Jones to the inside of Ricci for third.
That was all this is going on. Solberg's had the opportunity to pull away from these cars.
And something I think we can point out now before something happens, the Solberg Motorsports Incorporated team, that 2-car team is 1-2 right now with Elon and Jordan Fox. I don't think they expected this now out of this race.
I don't think they did either. Now they realize they're going to have to capitalize on this opportunity.
Oh, Zach!
Oh!
Oh my goodness
Falconer
gracious!
nearly drifted up into stern, and that was almost a big wreck.
Oh my goodness. You know, these guys really aren't showing any sense of calm now. They were running single file a little bit earlier. Now they are just going for everything they can here now. Ricci on the inside with his Tau teammate Carter Jones now on the outside. Lucy with a good run off the corner. But where does she go? It looks like she's going to stay to the bottom.
Oh, big run out of the 8 car. Where does he take it? He could go with his teammate, but he chooses to go with the 5 car. Up the middle, look at Marinelli!
Oh my goodness, here it comes. Oh my goodness, there are so many cars, I don't even know where to look. Ricci's loose on the bottom, Lucy's loose, Zach was loose, Kyler was loose. I think everybody didn't know where to go.
I'd say that's a good summary. Oh, 62 got really loose up there, it looked like. I'm not sure if he got a push, and then Sustry washed up the track. Stern's in trouble! He's in the wall! He's losing it in front of Kyler Sustry!
Around they go before big contact! Oh my goodness. Ow.
Now I was worried there was going to be some big hits right there. Those guys drifted right up into the racing line, and indeed there were some big hits. Hopefully everyone's all right.
Looks like Nate Wines has a stop on the racetrack. He slammed really hard into the 99. Stern manages to keep it going. Looks like I think he only just spun. Quinn, their shepherd, catching back up, and everybody catches back up to the pace car with 47 laps to go as pit road is open this time.
Now, I apparently correctly predicted that Sustry would be the cause of, or in the next caution, but I didn't think he would be a victim. Looked like that was all started with Stern. I'm not sure what got him out of shape in the first place, but it looked like Kyler Sustry was just a bystander in all of that.
Pit road is open, and it looks like the leaders, except Jordan Fox, is going to pit here. Jordan stays out. Caleb, Dylan, and Kylie also stay out.
Yes, and as these cars make it down pit road, they're going to stop in their pit boxes, which all have dish satellites for some reason, and they will be getting their tires and fuel as fast as they can.
You know, I don't really understand why those guys stayed out, because their fuel window's like up in like 3 laps. Why would they not pit?
Not entirely sure.
Maybe they're hoping for a quick yellow and then they pit, maybe? Well, here they come off the pit road. It's going to be Solberg, Lucy, Carter Jones, Tanner Campos, and Evan Toddy. Ricci with a pretty slow stop there. Stern, of course, probably fixing maybe a little bit of damage after that spin. But let's go ahead and take a look to see what happened.
So, okay, they're side by side. Maybe Sustry did have something. No? Let's see. Okay. It's hard to tell from that angle, but I think he got into Ricci. Yeah, and Sustry had nothing to do with that.
Oh, slides up the track. Oh, my goodness. What a hit for the 99 and the 38.
That 8 car, very fortunate. He was just out of the way of all that havoc. But, yeah, we'll see right here. It looks like Stern tries to optimize his line, but Ricci checks up. And, maybe Ricci got a bit loose, slid up into the 8's line.
Yeah, and then nothing really the 99 and Sustry could do. And, oh, my goodness. Toddy, Alan Mooch, Nate Wines, my goodness. I don't know which hit was
the
bigger.
car
Probably
in the
this
air.
one.
Nate Wines up in the air with that impact. And, yeah, gosh, some of these guys running the apron, I don't understand how that's working. Right there is the first instance of it not. Oh,
my goodness. Oh, you can see Sustry just flying into the frame there. Yeah, I don't know. It was just the slightest bit of contact he made there with his teammate. Here's on board with Sustry. Let's see. Yeah, he goes up, then just comes back on the racetrack trying to blend and nowhere Sustry can go. And oh my goodness.
Not to downplay the severity of the impact, but thankfully That was more in the rear than the driver's door.
I was on board with Nate Wines. He took probably the biggest hit other than the 99. He's just running the outside, hoping they stayed at the bottom, and they do not. Oh my goodness.
I can feel the head jolt in that one.
I'm sure this hit was probably a lot bigger than the first one. I thought that was big, but this one probably is even worse. I was on board with Alan Booch.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, nothing really those guys could do. They were just committed to the outside already, hoping everybody else, I guess, would stay to the bottom. But they did not. But, yeah, we're going to head to break here once again with a caution involving Zach Stern, Kyler Sushdry, Evan Toddy, and Nate Wines. Big contact for all of them. But, yeah, we're going to head to break. Hopefully these guys are all okay, and then we'll be back for the restart. Alright everybody, welcome back here to Michigan. We are under caution, ready to go back green here once again. Now after an incident involving Zach Stern, Kyler Sushdry, Nate Wines, Evan Toddy, Alan Mooch. No word right now if anybody retired from the race at the moment, but I'm sure Sushdry was probably one of them. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to restart here. Those top 4 cars, the 60th Fox, Marinelli, Dylan Jones, and Kylie Grider all elected to stay out under this caution. Meanwhile, everybody else pitted for for new tires, and don't know why. But yeah, here they come to the restart zone, and green flag's back out, and Solberg wastes no time.
As he shouldn't. He is all the way up the middle, Kyle Larson style.
Here he comes. Let's see how effective those tires are. Super effective. Dylan Jones, no speed on the bottom. He flies around.
Oh, there's going to be a jam up right here.
Oh my
They get away with it, though.
They all make it through. Solberg now immediately going to fly to take the lead away. Carter Jones follows as Marinelli is going to just surrender on the outside. Jordan Fox is slow. And are they pitting? Really?
That's some strategy right there, boys.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You know, I can't say I can't say I understand that one.
Well, for it to work, they need the caution to fly right now.
Yeah, like right at this second. They were like 4 wide there, I thought, in the pack, but I don't know. It looks like they kind of singled it out. Maybe a little bit back there, but not really.
I'm eating an orange now, just FYI. Switching it up.
We need our citrus while commentating.
Yes, we do. It's very important, vitamin C levels. Look at Alan Mooch making the pass on Lucy 5.
I guess that damage internally must not have been bad for the 42 there. Keeping up to speed. So I guess that's rather impressive, or I don't know. Considered lucky, probably.
Here are the cars that pitted coming out. Obviously going to lap down because I'd argue that's one of the most high-risk strategies ever. High risk, little reward. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, high reward, but yeah, very high risk. It just wasn't going to happen.
Here's the thing now. They're going to have maybe like 2, 3, 4 lap fresher tires. I don't know how much of a difference that will make, but if they're hoping right now this goes green the rest of the way and they can get their lap back and maybe they get a yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, so at this point, you're going to want to just conserve. You're not going to want to attempt to drive up through the field, but I feel like that's not what the case is going to be with a lot of these guys. But I feel like the smart thing to do is wait for the next caution, and then once everyone's bunched back together, go back at it.
There's Kylie Greider, one of those cars that stayed out. She's going to come off the pit road this time. Just barely ahead of the leaders. That's a little bit interesting, actually. Paid off way better than the 15 and the 60 strategy. And look at the gap. She's going to stay on the lead lap, but not by much. I'm sure Elon is going to have a good run down this front stretch and get a lot closer to her and try to put her lap down.
I'm not sure how she came out in front. I'm confused.
My assumption is that maybe, well, obviously she stayed out a little bit longer than everybody else did, and maybe she was all by herself and she got down to pit road faster maybe than the rest did because they had a pack of cars around them.
Look at that side draft on the leader for Greider to try and stay on the lead lap, but it's not going to work.
Now here's what I asked. How vital do you think this pass is going to be specifically for Kylie Greider? Because I assume because she's on slightly fresher tires than these leaders are. She is either going to stay here, stay first car one lap down, and if a yellow comes out, then she'll be the free pass, most likely trapping those cars that just pitted a lap down. But if she passes Elon Solberg, then that means either Caleb or Jordan Fox will probably be the free pass. Or maybe they'll take the wave around if every lead lap car pits. So how vital is this pass going to be for the 02 to try and stay ahead of the 41?
Man, I say it's more vital for Marinelli and those guys behind them because either way, if Greider does make it back on the lead lap, I mean, all that does is put another person in the position of the free pass when the caution comes out. Staying in front of Solberg right here, if she's able to get back around, doesn't do anything until the caution comes out because there's no way she's making up 40 seconds on her own. So I feel like her main goal should be just camp behind Solberg, try to conserve any fuel. I don't think you need to conserve fuel though, but conserve tire and just wait for that caution to fly.
Yes, that is a good point. And bringing up the fuel window, it looks like we will probably only have one more pit stop in this race. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, probably just one more stop in this race. Once they make it to about 25 laps ago and then they pit, they'll probably be good to go there. But if they pit any earlier, then maybe they'll try to save some fuel and maybe just get a slight tire advantage on the rest of the field. But I don't know. Kylie is keeping a slight gap. She really hasn't closed in on Elon, but with that battling, Alan Mooch has made his way back up to second. But how much is he going to try to draft off the 02? It's a good battle there for second place.
Yeah, it sure is. They're getting close again. It's Lucy and Carter and Campos now in the fight as well. Right now it's Ricci on the tail of Alan Mooch. Now Ricci's teammate Jones trying to get there, but he can't. He's still racing side by side with Fife.
Ricci not able to get much of a run down that front stretch, specifically with cars drafting right behind. Looks like he's gonna lift a touch earlier than everybody else did that corner, trying to get a late run on that 42. Side by side now back there between Campos and Lucy Fife. It looks like they're gonna stay side by side down the back stretch. Fife has the run off of 2, but we'll see who's able to prevail into turn 3. It looks like Campos has a better entry.
Oh man! Someone just flipped someone off entering turn 3. Can't tell who that is. That'll be fun to watch as the race goes on.
That will. And oh my goodness, Carter Jones almost just turned his teammate right there. They almost turned down each other at once, and Kylie just flew right past Elon and gets her lap back.
Interesting play.
Well, right now she's going against your wishes.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why you would do that, because all you do when you get your lap back like this is allow someone else to get the free pass, and then they're going to end up battling you on the same strategy. So I don't really understand.
Well, all this battling is allowing Alan Mooch to close in right now on these guys. But while it's, I guess, interesting for Kylie, she can make many decisions. For Elon Solberg, it's simple. Pass her and stay in front of her. And meanwhile, trying to hold off the guys behind you. So Elon's probably got the lot easier job right now. But right now, Kylie with a slight edge on tires. It looks like she's going to stay in front of the 41, but not by a lot.
Yeah, do notice that Mooch has definitely reeled in Solberg since this pass was made. And now Elon's realizing that his sense of urgency to get back around the O2 is pretty high.
Yeah, they're going to be side by side off of 4 there. I assume staying side by side like this is not going to be any help to the 41, because that's just going to slow them down even more. The 42 is going to be drafting off both of them, so he just wants to get ahead of that 0-2. Have a car between him and second place. He slides up, trying to take the air off the nose, and he's going to put that 0-2 back 1 lap down.
Yeah, he did pull a slider. He had to do what had to be done right there, and that's exactly what happened. So right now, Solberg back out in front of the lap car of Greider, and Greider's like, no, not yet, bitch. Oh, no, she can't get there, though, quite yet, but I know that's what she's thinking.
No, but look at the run off of turn 4. She's got
a big run. She has the runs.
She's going to be side by side across the line. I don't think she had him at the line there. But who's going to prevail in turn 1? They've been really loose, specifically on the bottom. Elon kind of gave up a little time. Oh my! No, she really didn't get as loose as I thought. Elon just drove around.
Campos just about wiped out himself and Jones right there. That would have been a teammate tangle of the ages.
We've already had teammate tangle today between the 8 and the 12. We don't need more.
Yes, we did.
As now here he comes to the inside of Alan Mooch, trying to take second place, but not quite going to be there. I don't know why I said Mooch.
Lol.
Name, isn't it?
It is.
Well, you see, here's the interesting thing, too. Now with the lap car in between the leader, you got a 5-car battle here for second place. And oh my goodness.
God. Oh, man, these Tau cars on the bottom are really, really loose.
And with all that, that's allowing Caleb Marinelli to catch these guys. He's fast. Like, I'm looking at his lap times. The 15 is fast. He is a lot faster than these guys, and I'd say it's pretty important that he gets by these guys and quick. Specifically, he catches that 0-2.
Marinelli seems to have optimum long run speed is what I'm noticing. It takes him a bit on the restarts. He falls back a bit or doesn't quite get going, but once he's going, it seems like his car gets hooked to the racetrack and attracted to the asphalt or something like that.
Oh my goodness, Lucy just had to check up there. Almost made contact with the 15, and he's going to easily slide right around the 12 and the 5, as now he's got 3 more cars in between he and Kylie Greider for essentially the car for the lucky dog.
Whoa, what a move up the middle.
Goodness.
Marinelli gets
Okay.
around the 62, and he's going to be side by side with the 24, maybe.
He is not wasting his time. He wants to get around these guys, and fast. I don't know if he wants to get around them before these lead lap cars make their green flag stop or before a yellow comes out. I don't know which one.
Ricci and Fife battling behind them. Oh, Ricci's sliding up. Oh! No, he's good. He's clear.
Yeah, he's fine.
Sorry for spooking you guys at home.
Marinelli has cleared the 24. Now only 1 car in between those 2. And Nata, Elon Solberg is gone. He has left everybody. I'm pretty sure he may have locked up. If not, he's close to locking up another bonus point for most laps led. Because he's pretty much led this race since that yellow flag. We've been green for 15 laps or so. And I guess now that you got to look at it, fuel's going to start to come into play. The fuel window's probably going to be open here any lap. But the question is, who pits first?
Very valid question, but I have another question. Where did Jordan Fox go?
I don't know. That is a great question. He's the only person out of these lead lap cars who pitted that hasn't been able to make a run for it. He is nowhere to be seen.
And very interesting considering, obviously we talked about it, his teammate really fast, and it looked like Fox was having the same amount of speed as his teammate, but now it seems like Dirty Air has trapped him behind a lot of the pack, and Solberg, I'm curious if that would be a similar result if he ends up in Dirtier Air, but right now he's been in nothing but clean air most of the race.
Yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, he started up towards the front here and was fast when he was up front. As here comes Kylie. Oh my goodness, they're making contact.
That would be a story right there if the last car took out the leader.
That would be something. That would have been very bad, but Solberg, I assume, is probably not very happy about that. Just, I guess, muscled his way back to the lead. And it's now the 15 and the 02 are right near each other.
And what the heck was that? I mean, I don't know. I feel like lap car etiquette. Oh God, what happened to my voice? I feel like lap car etiquette should be better than what we just saw right there. I mean, that's a bit over the top, TBH, but nonetheless, Tanner Campbell's up to second and Marinelli up to third.
Third? No, he's a lap down. Remember?
MB, I forgot.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay. But these guys are starting to fall off a little bit. The 12 doesn't have the same speed. The 42 doesn't have the same speed. Marinelli
and Solberg's pitting.
Yes, he's pitting. I think this may be a touch early, but maybe he could save from now.
I feel like what may have motivated this decision to come down for at least Solberg. I see a lot of other guys coming down, but I feel like Solberg's decision may have been influenced by nearly being wrecked by Greider there. I feel like that got him out of his rhythm, and he felt like this is the proper time to come to pit road.
Now, here's the other interesting thing. Tanner Campos is the only one to stay out. Kylie Greider's back on the lead lap, and if Caleb Marinelli can pass at 24, he'll be back on the lead lap. So now how on earth he's going to have to, I guess, hope that he could get past this 24, because I assume he'll pit any lap like he does right here. And now they're going to hope for a yellow, like fast.
And now I understand why Greider seemed to have such a big sense of urgency, because Caleb is closing so fast. Here come the other cars. Looks like a lot of Tau cars, Lucy Fife as well, and then the Red Bull machine of Alex Muriel, and all the other fun people.
There's some of the cars off pit road. Stern coming off. Lindsay I saw. I'm pretty sure that was Evan Toddy. Campos still has yet to pit here. He's kind of stretching it, but at the same time, I think he's trying to be a little bit more conservative with his fuel to make sure he makes it to the end of the race, and it looks like he's going to be pitting here.
Yes, it does look like he's dropping down to the apron. He's going to slow it down, bring it back on down. As Marinelli's getting around Greider up ahead. That's huge. And now Campos gets it woed down. Oh, he's speeding. No, he's not. I think he's fine.
He's fine. No. Well, there was Jordan Fox. I just saw him, by the way. He's still a little bit behind them. But there's the cars coming off pit road. Solberg flies by the 12. And Mooch is going to take second place away. This essentially is going to be the battle for the lead right here once they get past Tanner Campos.
Yeah, not only is he second, he is a lot closer than he was before to Solberg. So within 3 car lengths, the question is the speed there under that 42 car? Can Alan Mooch pull it off, or can the 41 of Elon Solberg perhaps do it? I am so excited to see how this one pans out.
Now, here's the other interesting thing. We've had fuel mileage finishes the last 2 weeks in a row. I don't know. We could be shaping up as there they go by the 24 to take the lead away. How on earth is this going to go for Elon, for these guys who pitted first?
Well, how on earth is this perhaps happening 3 weeks in a row? I mean, this is like an insult to probability and chance. I mean, that should not be happening, but nonetheless, I'm sure the fans really enjoy it. I mean, I personally enjoy fuel mileage races. I think it's fun to predict who's going to save the most, who's on what strategies. Are there any strategies we don't know about? It's really interesting to see how it all shakes out.
And the other interesting thing, now that you can think about it, is Tanner Campos was the last to pit. We saw the difference in tires that Kylie had, like 2 to 3 laps, that she was able to battle and look faster than the 41. Tanner Campos, you can see him right there in the back, is 4th place. He's got about 2-3 laps fresher tires. And he's got a couple seconds now to Elon. How much of a difference can this make right now, specifically if we go green the rest of the way?
There is enough time for it to become a big difference, I will say that. But I guess we'll have to see as the race goes on if that big difference does, in fact, end up being a big enough difference, if you know what I mean.
And here come those lap cars. Jordan Fox, Kylie, Caleb, they were unable to get that yellow they were hoping for. They'll bring it to pit road here. It looks like they'll most likely fall a lap down again here, and they're just all that work they had is going to go out the window, unfortunately. Just couldn't get the break they needed.
But that's how it is sometimes in the NAICS, and really any racing series when you think about it. I mean, these guys try to do different strategies and stuff, and just really try to do something different from the ordinary. You know, you bring a car to the track, sometimes don't have enough confidence in it, so sometimes Gotta deviate from the norm and try something special. As now, I'm kind of feeling like we should take a break, shut up for a little bit, don't you think?
That's a good idea. You know what? We haven't done it in a while. Let's crank it up this time. Well, that was fun, wouldn't you say?
I would have to agree.
Well, 18 laps to go. We're under 20 laps. Elon Solberg still holding a steady lead, and I'm pretty sure at this point he has clinched most laps led. So that's another bonus point, another valuable point that could be needed for the playoffs. As the gap between he and the 42 have stayed steady, but if not, Mooch is closing in ever so slight.
Yeah, Solberg has indeed clinched, but he is currently now clenched as he's just trying to hold on off that 42.
Now, the other thing you got to worry about, I'm pretty sure we saw it right there. Tanner Campos is working hard to get past that 32. Tanner's on the freshest tires right now, hoping to get there. This is not what Elon wants to know. I'm sure. I don't know what he wants in the car. Constant updates of where the 24 is, or just silence and run your race.
He's got multiple sources of pressure right now because not only is it Campos, it is this 42 car, and it's also, I don't know, literally just being the pressure of being in this spot for one of the first times. I mean,
He's trying, but it looks like the 24 is going to get. Oh my goodness, barely complete the pass.
This 24 is going to win this race. I don't see any way that Solberg and Mooch hold him back.
Now, again, we were touching on it. How do you want to look at fuel here? Because the 24, I'm sure he's fine. He probably is not worrying about fuel whatsoever. He's running as hard as he wants. Meanwhile, the 41 of Solberg, he's all by himself. And unless he's, I don't know, lifting off the throttle, he can't draft off anybody. So if anything,
Solberg's in trouble.
He's burning more fuel. Maybe the 42, but I don't know how much he's saving. He's sort of able to get maybe a slight draft off. The 41, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Solberg's in deep trouble. I think Mooch is in a good spot, but I also think 15 laps is too much time to hold off Campos. So I think Solberg right now is realizing this isn't going to work. He's going to have to save some more because he's not been in that draft. He's been in nothing but clean air, full throttle, as opposed to the people behind him who can lift more and save those ever precious droplets of fuel.
Now here's what also the 41 could do that I would think. If he knows that he's short on fuel, can't make it, and guys behind him can make it, I mean, he might as well just keep pushing, because if he's just saving and letting them go, then he has no shot at winning this race. So he's probably just going to keep pushing it and maybe hope for a miracle caution.
Depends how risky you want to be. I mean, Solberg, as we mentioned before, is in a big point situation. I don't see any way you win this race. Tanner's already on his bumper. So, and Ricci's coming as well with a full head of steam, by the way. But, yeah, you see he's getting to his inside right now. I think Solberg's big priority is going to have to be just save as much as you can, get behind this draft, and just maximize whatever you can out of this day at this point.
Yeah, that's, I guess, the most relative strategy, but he's trying. He's fighting on that outside. He clears the 24 again, as now here comes Ricci to take second place away. Oh, and by the
There's
way,
some other
before
players coming up as well.
I was to say, just to highlight anything, there's Marinelli, and he's on the freshest tires out of anybody. So he's going to be flying, and he'll probably get by these guys, get his lap back.
Yeah, it is. As cool as that is, it doesn't mean anything unless there's a if Marinelli has any chance at getting a good finish on this, the caution needs to fly right now. He needs to get this free pass and make up as much ground on the restart as he can.
Here goes Campos to the outside of Solberg, and he's going to take that lead away with ease. His teammate Ricci's going to follow, take second away. Marinelli just made a 3-wide pass on Mooch and Fife for just passing them. And now Solberg, unfortunately, falls back to third, and Marinelli he's still flying, but it's not going to, I guess, pay off very much.
It's crazy how good Tao is at these big tracks. They always find a way to get themselves out front, and the fans hate it. They throw beer cans after the race, but it is what it is. And right now, Campos trying to win here at Michigan would be a big win for him. But Ricci also, I mean, he's hungry week in, week out, no matter how many races he's won. He is always, caution is out!
Oh my God, no way. Who did it? It was Dylan Jones, the Tao Racing teammate.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
This changes everything. This is also going to put those guys like Marinelli and Greider in a much better spot, I think.
Well, Marinelli for sure. He's going to get the free pass here, get his lap back. Oh my goodness.
This is big.
Now, I'm confident this is not at all what Tanner Campos wanted to see, but this is something Elon definitely wanted to see. But the question raises, we have 10 to go. We're probably going to restart around 6 or 7 to go. Do you pit here and just... I mean, we see what Caleb is able to do. If you don't pit here, you're going to be very slow compared to guys who will pit.
I thought you were going to say you're going to be fricked.
I did not. But maybe it depended on how you interpret what I just said. Maybe I did say that.
Well, man, this is just such a peculiar situation. I thought the way this race was trending, it'd go green. I had anticipated aggression levels would be very high. There were some very aggressive moments, but it had chilled down quite a bit. There was a lot of close side by side. And now with this caution coming out, everything's going to change. And I feel like aggression is going to be higher than we've seen it possibly all season right here. And that's a bit of a bold assertion, but I mean, just think of the way these guys have been racing side by side, how close they've been getting, how much side drafting has been occurring. I feel like we're about to see something incredible here.
This could be crazy, and you see it every single car, except Caleb Marinelli getting his lap back. Brings it to pit road here. It's going to be a shootout. Marinelli will for sure get his lap back. Solberg, what are you doing?
Oh, this is going to cause issues for someone.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Did he pass the 12? Because if he did, that's a penalty.
I do believe he passed the 12. I don't entirely know what the exact wording of the ruling is in the book, but I feel like he definitely poked his nose in front of the 12 at one point there.
If his nose poked ahead, then he's going to have a penalty, but if he somehow stayed behind, he won't get a penalty. Campos is out first, and because of that, look at how slow of a stop that 41 just had.
A lot of shuffling for position throughout this field after that pit stops. I feel like there was maybe some two-tire calls here and there. I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like there was a lot of shuffling going on. Apparently, Dylan Jones, and Kylie Greider get into it. Big hit on the wall. Big pancake. Oh,
he tried to bring it to pit road, but goodness, there's cars coming. Oh,
yeah.
Fox gets
and then these guys have to check up.
Seth, Roberto, Lindsay. Oh, my goodness. And then he just parked.
I think... Yeah, it definitely broke something on the car. Big slap shot to the safer barrier like that will definitely bend something.
Here's another quick replay from up above. Blimp. He just got, I guess, a little loose on entry and made contact with the O2 and just shot up to the wall.
That's what I was worried was going to happen when Greider was battling Elon Solberg. Thankfully, Solberg was not put in this situation, but Dylan Jones unfortunately was a victim of the antics of the O2 here today.
You know, I'll be curious to see how the NAICS officials handled that because he essentially just stopped racing. That's a little dangerous.
Yeah, especially a 200-mile-per-hour track.
Yeah, well, we're going to head to break here after caution, a late caution involving Dylan Jones. Hits the wall. He ends up stopping it on the racetrack for some reason. But we're gonna come back for, I'm gonna say, probably a pretty hectic restart, a shootout for the win. Yeah, we'll be right back after this message for probably some craziness.
I'm hungry.
Oh, hey, Bailey, what's up?
Shut the f up.
Oof. Bailey, have Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Better.
Wow, Carter. Thank you for those f***ing melty Snickers. Now I'm not such an angry
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alright, so, welcome back here. We're going to have a hectic restart here, and I've gotten word that Solberg, even though he was side-by-side with the 12, it was reviewed that he did not poke his nose ahead of the 12, and he's going to restart back there in about 8. What a lucky
That's
break.
crazy.
That's a lucky.
I'd have to
That
agree.
is so lucky.
I think he got away with one there. NGL.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. But here they come. They're going to restart here. It's Tanner Campos and Evan Toddy. I don't think we've said his name once today. But he's going to be in second place here. In contention to
Yeah,
win.
I noticed he was in the top 5 before that yellow, but now here he is on the front row.
And remember, everybody's on fresh tires, so it's going to be a shootout from here. Green flag back out. Who's going to win it? 6 laps to go.
Here we go. Balls to the wall.
On the inside, Campos gets a slight edge, but Toddy, a good run off the top. He's going to hold the position. He's got Alan Mooch, Roberto, and Elon right behind him. Toddy clears to take the lead. And second, Campos and Alan Mooch side by side.
Roberto Crown Jr. up the middle. He could go for third right here.
Here they come. 3 wide for third. Ricci's all the way on the bottom there. He's going to surrender all the positions. Roberto takes third away. Where did he come from? Where did Seth Peters come from? I don't know what's happening.
Oh, man, these guys are crazy duking it out for a lot of positions behind here. But Toddy in the lead, Campos in his way, Crown up to third officially. Now Ricci's going to follow him to 4.
Here comes Campos. He got a good run off of 2. He sends it to the inside, but Toddy's going to block his run there. But he's going to get to the inside, and off of turn 4, they're going to be side by side for the lead, coming to 4 to go.
Toddy putting up a big fight after winning at New Hampshire, I believe. He's trying to make it 2 and 3 races. Now Campos, though, he's going to take the lead by about 2 car lengths, maybe 3. A very comfortable looking path that Campos just made.
Now that's a pass that Tanner needs. This would be his only second career victory. He hasn't won since Charlotte last season after he had that last lap pass on the 62. But Tanner's on that points battle. He's on that bubble area, so if he can stay right where he is right now, this will be huge for that 24 team. As here comes Ricci, he has a great run off the 4.
It would be huge indeed. Yeah, Ricci right now, it didn't even look like he side drafted. He got to his outside and kind of held his line. He's trying to make this pass on this 32, but I feel like this is going to slow them both down. Campos is loving what he's seeing in his mirror. Oh, not anymore. That 12 got that spot now, and now he's going to hunt down Campos.
Here comes Ricci. You know, something else to point out. This is important for Ricci because Marinelli, while he is on the lead lap again, he's way in the back, and Ricci is in this battle for the regular season points championship right now. So if he wants to win this race, he's got to march forward quickly, but he's got 2 laps to do it.
Yeah. We'll have to see how much more ground he can get. Oh man, these guys. It's very, very fun racing at Michigan. I love the racing at the big tracks. A lot of side drafting, as I mentioned before. But coming to the white flag this time, Tanner Campos not at all comfortable with this lead, I'd imagine. Only about 3 car lengths now over his teammate in the 12. And we've seen these teammate battles come to the finish before. We'll see if this is going to be another classic.
Here they come. White flag is out. 1 lap to go at Michigan. Tanner with a slight lead over Ricci. He got a slight run off of turn 4. Ricci's going to do everything he can. He sends the car into 2. It sticks. He's getting closer. A great run off of 2.
Man. That is exactly what Ricci needed. Maybe a bit conservative by the 24. Oh, he definitely took a... Oh, here he comes to the inside.
Oh, the 12 on the inside trying to steal the win away. Tanner with a good run off the top. But Ricci, he has the grip on the bottom.
Oh, it's going to be a classic Tau 1-2 finish. It's not going to be enough.
At the line, Tanner Campos wins it at Michigan.
Toddy 3rd, Lucy Fife 4th, and Alan Mooch in 5th, baby.
Wow, what a race. That was incredible. I loved that.
Holy cow. I thought Ricci added. I thought he was going to get that side draft off the 24, and I thought the 12 was going to get for himself, but I thought wrong. Campos held on. I feel like Ricci could have been a lot more aggressive with that. I'm surprised he usually goes for it. And look at this amazing burnout. Holy cow.
Wow, that's a Joey Logano burnout right there. And you know, I just want to say, didn't you point it out like just before that restart, maybe like 15 to go, that you said Tanner Campos was winning this race?
I did say that, but I didn't think it'd end up like that. I thought it was going to go green, and I thought it was clear as day that Campos would win it. But when that caution came out, it really was anybody's game at that point. I didn't expect Campos to be the one to come out on top after the caution to come out, but he has proven me wrong. He can get it done in situations like that.
What a race it was for the 24. Heartbreak for the 41 group. They needed that win, but ultimately, leading the most laps, they come up just short there. Pretty sure they finished in 8th place today. But Tanner Campos, he's going to bring it into Gatorade victory lane, park it right there, and call it a race. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Thank you, Cater, for joining me in the booth. And let's go ahead and take a look at the finishing results.